Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Margie here, and I'm going to make some earrings with you today. The first pair are going to be similar to these black and gold pair that I made. The components came from Walmart or Michael's, I believe I got some from there. These are metal 4mm beads. These are 10mm beads. This is a bead cap. And you can use any bead cap you find that you love, and I found these. There was a package of a few in them, and that's I got these from Michael's, I believe. And then these are 6mm. You'll need a head pin and 2 ear wires. So the first one that we're going to do are going to mirror these, but they're not going to be exactly the same. And if I can find the hole, here we go. And like this. Oh, and I messed up already. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is put these little crystals on the bottom. And then we're going to stack the 10mm cobalt bead, the bead cap, and the 6mm cobalt bead, like that. And then I'm going to take my pliers, and these are needle nose pliers, and I'm just going to bend the ear wire down. And then what I do is I use my finger as a measure. So when I make the loop, I'm going to use a flush cutting pair of cutters, and I'm going to do this. It's about 1/4 inch, and then I'm going to take this little what are these called? It's been a long day. So these make the loops. And then I'm just going to bend it, and bend it again, keep bending it. There we go. Ear wire on. Bend it back. And there we go. We have our first earring. So pretty. Very delicate. And then I've got this bowl that I actually made on the wheel. And I'm just going to hang these all up so you can see. These are different varieties of some of the earrings that we're going to make. I got these beads here from Fire Mountain Gem. There was a string of many different kinds of beads, and it came in like a packet of 5. So I separated all the beads, and I've just been making little earrings that are kind of similar to each other but different by just changing the color of the beads. And there goes those on the floor. I'm glad we're not live. Actually, we probably should be. You guys would be cracking up. So first thing again, I'm going to put this little crystal right here on the head pin, and a cobalt blue bead, 10mm, a bead cap, and another 6mm cobalt blue. I'm going to bend this down like that. Take my flush cutters. Be careful, that'll fly across the room. I am wearing glasses So, you know, if it snapped in my face, it wouldn't be too bad. But if you are doing this at home without glasses, please be very, very careful. So now see, this is too tall for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbend it. If I can get a hold of it. So I'm going to unbend it. Kind of straighten it out. Sometimes this wire can be pretty forgiving. So we'll just do this. Try not to break your beads. I've done that before. I just kind of, I'm a little rough with it. That's okay. And then I'm going to cut a little more off. Probably about this much. Try not to cut your finger. I'm going to press on that. Now, you may have noticed I have a little bit of a challenge with my left hand. When I was a very small child, we came in from the grocery store, and we were living out in the middle of nowhere in Oregon, and I was probably 4, and my mother said, "Margie, don't do that." And I remember thinking, she'll never know. And what I did was there was a sewing machine in our living room, and it was a huge, heavy Pfaff, P-H-A-F-F, I think, or P-F, I don't know. It was a Pfaff. And I have it, actually. It was sitting in this big old wooden cabinet. So I got up on the doors, and I started swinging on it. And that thing fell over on top of me. And if it wasn't if my brother wouldn't have been changing the channel on the TV, I probably wouldn't be here today, because that thing probably weighed easily 100 pounds, and I was a little tiny 4-year-old. So he pulled it off of me, but the cabinet door swung shut because I was holding it like this, and it chopped my thumb off completely. And we were out in the middle of nowhere. So we even had a party line. I don't know if you guys know what that is. That means it's the phone. We weren't the only people that used the phone because we were so rural that other people used the phone. So I don't know if my mom tried to call my dad or what, but we had to drive to another town to pick him up because he owned a service station. And so, which was the opposite direction of the hospital. Then we drove to the hospital, which was more like an urgent care in another little town, probably another 30 minutes away. And they packed my thumb in ice, and then we drove all the way to Salem, Oregon, from where we were out in the middle of nowhere. And by the time we got there, they tried to attach it, and a couple weeks later, I shouldn't be talking and doing this at the same time. Hold on, let me see. So a couple weeks later, it just didn't attach, so they had to remove it. It was not a pretty sight, I'll tell you. I passed out. It was quite dramatic. But, you know, it never really slowed me down. And except for when I'm trying to make jewelry. But this just goes to show that if you have any issue, you can overcome it, you know? Just do it. So let's see. Okay, well that's not pretty, but there's that. I think I can fix it actually. If I just do that. Oh yeah, that looks a little better. Okay, so here's the second earring. And I'm going to hang it over here. So throughout my life, I have done anything I decided to do with this little guy. I've used it as a pacifier for all the little babies, my nieces and nephews. I showed it for show and tell when I was in first grade. There's a scar right here. which looks like a smiley face, so I put like little dots from ink there and then a smiley face on it. So, you know, it really hasn't held me back. So anyway, it's not bad to share things like that with people. So here we'll put this pair over here, and we'll move on to the next. So now I'm going to make this pair of earrings, and it is similar to these little guys right here. These are square glass. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I wish you could see what it looks like. They're all swirled together, and they're all, you know, it's so pretty. But I'm going to do the same kind of thing, the same process. I'm going to take this little 8/0 seed bead and put it on here. I'm going to take this little bead cap, and I picked this one because it's a little smaller than the diameter of the bead itself, so it doesn't stick out too much, but it looks like a little flower holding it. And then we're going to put this bead cap on the top, so you can see it's just it looks kind of like a little hat, you know, it's like festive. I like it. And then I'm going to put this 8/0 seed bead on the top. There you go. And again, my favorite part, we're going to bend it, and I'm going to take my cutters here, go about the same length of my finger. Be careful not to fling that in your face. Round nose pliers, that's what these are called. Take the round nose pliers, bend the wire, and then I'm going to put these lever back earrings on, ear wires. I actually had to look this up. I was like, what side goes to what? And then it's like, duh, that's the lever back, so that goes to the back. So before I close this all the way, I'm going to put this on here. There we go. Now I'm going to close it. Forgive my fumbling, please. Okay, and then I'm going to hang it. So there's that. Boy, this camera. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there we go. So that's pretty. And then we'll go to this one. We're going to put the 8/0 seed bead and this bead cap, and then that bead and this, and an 8/0 seed bead. And now I'm going to bend the pin, and we're going to chop it off about a 1/4 of an inch, being careful not to cut myself or fling that across the room. Like these. That there, and you know, it's better to use the tools that you're supposed to with this, then this will tighten it down. And there we have it, another pair. So it's been what, 14 minutes? We've made 2 earrings so far. Okay, let's move on to the next. So these are going to be a little bit different, the same kind of style, as the black and the cobalt blue ones. These are kind of a dark gray. Oh, they're so pretty. So we're going to do the same thing. Okay, so now we're going to do this. This is a little bit different. It's just like the blue and the black ones. We're going to put the bead cap on and see this is an eye pin. So it's got that little hole right, or the little, yeah, I guess it's a hole right there. And then I'm going to put this on. This is the 10 millimeter. Smoky looking, so pretty. Dark gray. Then we'll put this bead cap. And then I'll put this one. And I'm not using another, like a crystal or any kind of 8OC bead on this one. So that's that. And then I'm going to take this needle nose plier. I'm going to bend it about a 90 degree. Then we're going to cut this off to about 1/4 of an inch. Maybe. And then we're going to use these. Make the loop. I'm going to put the ear wire on. These are stainless steel ear wires. You know, sometimes I like to use sterling, just because you have less allergies with sterling. But this is what I had in my stash today, so I'm just going to use these. These are stainless steel or hypoallergenic or whatever. And then I'm going to add this little charm. This is a Buddha charm. And it came on a chain with many little Buddhas. Let's see, like this. Came like this. I got these from Michael's. These are silver plated. And so I took it off the chain. And now I'm going to put it on here. And then I'm going to close it. Sorry if I keep getting out of frame. This is the first time well, this might be the second video, but the first time I've had it in front of me like this. So I'm actually sitting behind the camera. And it's been a challenge, let me tell you. Okay. So we're just going to move this back and forth until it closes. You never want to do this to close them. They should already be closed when you just go back and forth like this. But that looks nice. Oh, those are really pretty. I might have to wear those tomorrow. Those are so pretty. That's a pretty earring. Okay, we're going to do more of those. So for now, let's do the second one. And again, we're going to start with a bead cap, upside down. Sorry, got out of frame. Bead cap, 10 millimeter. Another bead cap, different style, but still a bead cap. And then that little 6 millimeter. We're going to bend the eye pin at a 90-degree angle. We're going to cut down to about 1/4 of an inch. Try not to fling that across the room. And I always save these little pieces that come off so that we can reuse them. Sometimes I can put like one bead on that and then link them together. And then you're going to take your round nose pliers, make the loop, put your ear wire on, and close her up. And then I'm going to take my little Buddha, and I'm just going to use these. Let me show you what I'm talking about. First of all, we need to find the split. There it is. And so we just move them apart. Like that. I'm going to put the beads on it, the earring. Okay. And then I'm going to close it up like that. These were kind of twisted when I took them off. They didn't seem to be perfectly round, but that's good right there. So there's that. Ooh, look at these together. How pretty! Oh my goodness, those are beautiful. Those are so pretty. All right, and for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, for the fourth pair. Also, I got these at Michael's. These came in a string, probably 15 of them on there. And let's see, how big are these? These are 2.1. I don't think so. Zero that out. Okay, and then we'll do this again. 9.9. So they're 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter round, kind of a kidney or a lima bean kind of a flatness. That's why I'm not using any of the bead caps, because I would have to, let's say I use this bead cap, I would have to use pliers to kind of make it fold over. I mean, I guess I could sit it like that. That actually doesn't look bad, but then when you're looking at the top of it, it's not, it doesn't sit flush, so I don't know. But I am going to use gold colored eye pins. Oh, first we're going to put this on it. Getting ahead of myself. So these are Swarovski crystals. I had them in my stash, and I thought the green went really good with this bronze color. And then we're going to put another green one here. So that's the top part. Very, very simple. I'm going to use my round nose pliers and make the 90-degree angle, being very careful not to break my crystal. I'm going to probably cut off just a little tiny bit like that, and that went flinging across the room. Bend the wire. I'm going to put this is a gold tone ear wire. Sometimes I like to use the gold plated ones. This is not gold plated, so that's pretty though still. They all are nickel free. I just get the ones that are nickel free, so they're not gonna hurt anybody's ears or my own. And then I wanted to add this beautiful little angel wing. So it also comes on, where are they? It comes on a chain, and there's about a dozen or half a 10 maybe on there. Oh yeah, here it goes. So it comes like this, and I just take those off, and that's what I'm going to do, is put these on here. So this is the jump ring that came with it. It's a bigger one, and then we're going to do this. Now, something to think about when you're putting these things, like the Buddha was fine because it doesn't have to go a certain direction, but this wing does. So the earring is going to sit like this. So then we need to find how this is going to go. So this would go like this because I want this to hang this way. Then the other one will be the opposite direction. So when you have it on your ear, it's going to complement each other. instead of being the same. Hopefully we'll get that. Sorry, I got out of frame. Is that thing blurry? Let me look at my camera. Oh, it's not too bad. Okay, so there's that. Oh my goodness. That is also very, very pretty. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so now let's see if we can figure this next one out and make it so it doesn't look exactly the same direction. So we're going to put the crystal on. It's a little green, light green crystal. The bead. And then another crystal. And bend. And snip. Just a little bit. And there we go. Little that. Make a little loop. Put the ear wire on it. And then bend it. So it stays closed. Just like that. So pretty. Okay, so now, let's see. I'm going to put these together. So this one's going this way. That one's going that way. So this one, we need to go this way. You can hear the little birdies outside. What time is it? It is 8:17 in the evening, and we are having a storm go through. So see how that's going to hang? That's going to be so nice. Opposites. So then I'm going to go ahead and close this up. And that'll be good. If you were in my house, I'm outside in my studio. We can hear the noises from the outside. But if you were in my house, I've got 11 baby chicks in my guest bathtub. Because I did not think that my rooster knew what he was doing. And he does. So I got a wild hair to bring in the eggs and get an incubator and have them all, you know, try to hatch, because we've never had chicken babies before, and guess what? They're all hatching. So we tried to move the rooster out away from the hens, because he's only got 2 hens with him. I had 8 total, so he's only got the 2 hens with him. And I thought, well, you know, with COVID and all the stuff that's been happening the last couple of years, last year and a half or whatever, I thought maybe we should try just to make sure we can have, you know, sustainable food or whatever. Well, the first, like, he's had these 2 hens in with him for a year, and he never had a baby. Then all of a sudden, there was baby chicks in there, and I was like, oh my gosh, he knows what he's doing. So then I took all the eggs out and put them in an incubator, because she wasn't a very good mama, one of them. She was letting their babies go all over the place. So we brought them in, put them in the bathtub, had the heat lamp, the bird cage, all this stuff. And then I grabbed the clutch of eggs that were out there, and all of them hatched. So I have 11 right now inside the bathroom. We're going to probably move them out tomorrow. But oh my gosh, if you've ever had baby chicks, they're a mess. So yes, they're a mess. But they're so stinking cute. I can't even stand it. So anyway, so here's the earrings, and I hope you enjoyed it. I loved making them with you. Thank you very much. If you like them, please hit like. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I'm going to do way more videos. These are just the first ones. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed me showing you how to do these earrings, and I know I got off topic. That's what I do. So I appreciate you.